What is width here? The CPU width is the architecture of CPU is measured in bit. For example, 32-bit processor, 62-bit processor. 32-bit processor supports 32-bit operating system and software. So if you have a 32-bit processor, you can install only 32-bit operating system. You can install only 32-bit softwares. If you have 64-bit processor, which means you can install 64-bit operating system, you can install 64-bit software as well. And you may get the hybrid processor as well, which support 64-bit and 32-bit operating system and softwares. Okay, so hybrid processor supports both 32-bit and 64-bit software. Let us see the difference between 32-bit and 64-bit processor. This 32-bit processor is a type of CPU. 32-bit is a type of CPU architecture that is capable of transferring 32 bits of data per clock cycle. Whereas 64-bit is a type of CPU architecture that is capable of transferring 64 bits of data per cycle. So 64-bit processor is faster than 32-bit processor, and it requires more time to process and respond. It is slower than 64-bit processor, requires minimum time to process and response, and it can address memory up to 4 GB of RAM, which means 32-bit processors supports maximum 4 GB of RAM, whereas 64-bit processor, they support 16 exabyte of RAM, guys. It is exabytes, not gigabytes or GB. 1 exabyte is equal to 1 million TB. Okay, and this 32-bit processors are cheaper, whereas 64-bit processor, they are very expensive.